Hi, I'm Hafsa and this is my ethnography project for Sociology 211. Today I'm interviewing my friend. She's a henna artist and we're going to learn more about her skills and culture and experiences. So can you introduce yourself and tell us what you do? Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Halima and I've been a henna artist for about 10 years now. I started it at 9 years old and it's a skill that I built upon.
That's nice. So can you show us like the tools and stuff that you use for henna?
Honestly, it's very simple. You just get one henna cone and paper and you just have the hand. You can have a lot of henna. There's different types. There's chemical and natural. This one is natural and uses an oil base. Usually other ones use water base. I really like the oil one because it stays longer, but that's my opinion. And chemical, they tend to like go faster.
Thank you. So my first question for you is how and why did you become a henna artist?
Honestly, I've always been an artistic person, so doing henna was a way to have that outlet done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Thank you. So what are some skills or some training needed to acquire to be like a good henna artist?
Honestly, it's all has to do with steady hands and just practicing the pressure of the cone. People think you can just like zoom, but that's gonna take too much. So you need to have like the perfect amount of pressure in order to start the designs. And yeah.
You develop these skills over time?
For me specifically, I watched videos and I kept practicing. I had my sister to practice on, which was really nice. I think that's what made me develop really better.
That's great. So do you decide what designs to do, or is it like freestyle?
I feel like my freestyling isn't that good, but honestly, if you show me a design, I can copy it. But freestyling, like I haven't done that much, and I feel like it requires a lot of more brain power and creativity that I don't have right now.
Okay. What do you feel like the henna artist community is like right now?
It's honestly, I feel like the pricing point has gotten expensive, but I don't think that's like the henna artist's fault. It more has to do with our economy and our inflation and stuff like that. The henna community is I feel like it's very small. You don't find many, but they're very good.
Okay, so we're going to be moving on to the henna culture. I'm going to be asking her some questions regarding the culture of henna artists. So, actually the culture of henna itself. What are the cultural values and beliefs of applying henna?
So for me specifically, it's just a way to show beauty, honestly, a way to show creativity, design. Again, henna has been used for thousands of years. In different cultures, it represents different stuff. We have the South Asian community, the Sudanese community, the more communities that use this.
Good. So what symbols and designs are more frequent across like all cultures, or like what do you see is more like common that all cultures will ask for?
Right now, the trending right now is like these flower tapestry they do, but for thousands of years, honestly, it's been the circle. Like your mom or grandmas would have it. It's a very cultural tie to them in their culture specifically.
What does the circle typically represent? Because I see that it's very common, this circle, but what does it represent in their culture?
Again, it's a sign of beauty, and a lot of people who are much older, they like to show it as a way to outlet their beauty too.
That's very interesting. What are some common events or like parties or places henna is worn?
It could be worn to like weddings, especially weddings. The bride gets like their whole arms plus they're all the way to their feet done. You can get it done for like Eid. Some people do it for Diwali. It's a very like cultural thing for like South Asian, Sudanese people, but it's mostly done for weddings or like even just for baby showers. I've seen some happen with that.
I didn't know they did it for baby showers. Okay, so we'll be moving on to some reflection questions. So, in what ways do you feel like henna has changed or modernized?
I feel
from
like
what it used to be.
right from it used to just be a circle, and many of the what's it called cultural cultures, and they had this rock where it had a specific pattern on it, and they would just stamp it on your hand, and it would have a stain on it.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays we have like this modern version of a cone, and with this it's like a pencil, so you can basically draw essentially. And I think this has led to many different designs, very intricate designs. We have a lot of flowery, we have a lot of like diamonds. It's really cool.
In what ways does henna art differ from tattoos? Like, is it for males and females? Who usually typically wears it?
Honestly, it's mostly women, but I've seen some men wear it too. I feel like the only difference between a tattoo and henna is that one is permanent and the other one is just like a stain that only lasts for like 4 weeks or something. And yeah, I could, if someone were to say to draw this tattoo, I could have done it too with my thing. So it really isn't there a difference for me.
So do you think henna is an art? Is it business? Or is it like a cultural expression? Or is it all three?
It's definitely all three. For me, it's a cultural expression, but it's also a way for me to make money, like a little side business. And yeah, and it's also a cultural thing. I grew up with henna. My grandmas and my mom would wear henna, the circular pattern specifically. Yeah.
Did you like those patterns?
Honestly, as a kid, I would hate them, but ever since I've been doing such intricate designs, the circle looks so beautiful to me.
Really?
Something so simple has become so beautiful to me.
Wow. Okay, so what advice would you give to someone who wants to become a henna artist?
Honestly, it really has to do with consistency. If you really want to, you will learn it. So I basically watched YouTube videos, and you didn't find someone to do it on. If you even don't use your own hand, you have opportunities. You just need to be able to initiate on them.
How long do I keep this on, and how do I remove it?
Okay. So it's pretty simple. You can keep this on for 2 to 3 hours, but if you really want a really dark stain, I would go for 8 hours. But again, it really has to seem with like your schedule today. But you can also do is keep it on for 2 hours, and once it fully dries, you can put lemon or sugar, mix those two together, and like put it on your hand. It makes it darker, and then once it fully dries up for an hour, then you're gonna go to your sink, just scrub it off really quick, and make sure you clean it off the sink because it can stain the sink. So I would be careful around that. Once you take it off, you can get a napkin, and I can wipe out the excess stuff, and then I just wash my hands with soap. At first, when you take it off, it's going to be a very bright orange. 24 hours later, it's going to become that dark brown stain we're looking for. Yeah, it takes 24 hours to build that stain.
So I also heard that you can rub olive oil on it to get the color to come out. Is that a myth, or is that true?
That's also true. There's different methods. You can use the clove over the oven heat, and you can use that. That can also make it dark. Olive oil, sugar and lemon. Sugar and lemon is the most common one, so I just went with that today because of that, but there's many.
Okay. That's very interesting. So, if I were to wipe it off rub it off with water, would that hinder the process of the color?
No, if you don't do it after 3 hours. If you do it right now, yes, but after 3 hours, you can just wash it with water.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. This looks
course.
really cute. Well, thank you so much, Hanima, for sharing your experiences. This interview really helped me understand the community and the culture and the skills that are required in henna artistry. And this concludes my recording for the Sociology 211 Ethnography Project. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Day and night, your mercy and grace forever.